How the heck are you, everybody? I am Fastidious. Welcome to my channel. So, we got another new promo code. I'm going to give you some updates for my website, and we are going to pick our 2 winners of the free takeovers that I announced last Friday. I've got 10 finalists. I'm going to go through them with you, and we will pick 2 winners live right here in the video, or I guess in the future for you guys. But live for me right now, I'm going to pick the 2 winners. I made a fun little spinning wheel app that we can pick 2 names from. But let's start off with the promo code today. It's a pretty simple one. It's not so fantastic. I actually do want to start by saying if we go like this and I pop open my Discord, you guys can see here, if you're not yet in my Discord, I've got a link in the description, the Fast and the Fastidious. You can see over here on the side, we have promo codes. If you ever just want to know sooner and you don't want to wait for the video and you haven't heard about it from another Discord or announcement or something, Facebook, I don't know where they put all this stuff out, just go over here. You can click on promo codes in the Fast and Fastidious, and then Seamus or I will always post the code. Maybe Dolores will post the code. You see, at everyone, new promo code, Paint an Egg. It's going to give you 1 huge stamina potion and 30 auto battles. Kind of simple as that. So that's what it's going to be. So let's go test it out.
Fastidious.
Fastidious.
So, same as always, click on your avatar. Let's go to settings. Let me pull myself up for a second so you can see there's that redeem code button. Let's click it. Let me put myself back, and we do Paint an Egg. This one's not too crazy, but free is free, and that is hard to come by in the gacha world. So we got 1 huge stamina potion, so this comes out to what, 60 diamonds? We'll take it. I mean, it's a hell of a lot better than nothing. And then we got 30 auto fight chances. Let me claim that real quick. Absolutely lovely. All right, on to the stuff I think you guys are most excited about. Let's go to this display capture, and let me get that up. Okay, perfect. So I've picked 10 finalists. So we're going to go through those, and these are going to be the winners will come from this group, right? So these are, we had many comments, actually. If you guys don't know, I had a giveaway, free takeover giveaway, Element, Anai, 1+1, blah, 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 website sneak peek. Let's actually do the website update now. I'm leaving that in. But you can see, big participation, 259 comments. Thank you guys so much. I'll just show you that now. Let's go to the website. So you can see the tier list. It's nice and lovely now. So you can see you can do it here. It sticks on the top. You can scroll through everything. We have all our beautiful grades. We've uploaded nearly everything. So if you go to overall, I think we do have Praetus now. I was going to say, I don't know if I put Praetus in or Dolores put Praetus in, but we do have Praetus now. You can see these are our select few triple S's. Everything is sortable. Everything is lovely. I'll just point out the stuff that isn't working, and you might be thinking it's ready. Why is it delayed? First off, to scroll to get it to stick to the top, you have to scroll on the top. If you scroll on the bottom, you kind of get stuck. That's not great. You also have to scroll. Ooh, see right there, it's annoying. You have to go here, and then this unlocks the scroll button. You can't see it behind this. This unlocks the scroll button down here. I think that's kind of hard to see, at least for me it is, so we're trying to find a solution for that. We've got a bunch of ideas. We might just have this stick to the top from the get-go. It does look cool when it sticks there, but it adds a little bit of confusion. I think technologically, if we can't solve that, we'll just make it like this and get rid of the header, move the search for a hero here. Lots of little considerations that go into a website design that I never even dreamed of. I mean, it makes sense, but boy, it's a lot. But you can see, totally sortable. From here, we can get into hero pages. So let's just pick a hero to check in on. We got Laurel over here. Right now, the page-to-page loads are pretty slow. We need to convert all our images from PNG to WebP. We should have done that from the beginning. A lot of stuff we've already made the conversion. A lot of stuff we haven't, like these big images over here. But once we do that, we should have a lot more speed behind a lot of this stuff. But you can see, looking pretty good. Maybe a couple zoom things we're going to do. We're having an issue with the previous hero and next hero where they're kind of different sizes. We're working on the cropping. We obviously have all the images, and it's quite nice. Occasionally, if someone is dual faction on the previous or next, we'll get some weird stuff. And then let's see how this is looking over here. All right, so we fixed this. Did we fix this? No, you can see Laurel's legs are coming through. So there's a lot of little just technical things we need to work out the kinks of. We still think we're on track to launch beta tomorrow. So we've already accepted our beta testers, so it's too late to apply. We've got about 30 or 40 people that are going to help us out. But you can see, it's really coming together. Got a nice little sideways scroll here. You can see all of Laurel's ratings. Laurel is just insanely good. What else? Everything's looking good here. You know, we don't have descriptions yet. We have them all in our document. We're just going to mass upload those either later today or tomorrow. So you can see a lot of stuff is working. Not everything, you know, or at least not everything's working to the level of precision that we're looking for. But, we've got a header on talent now that took us way too long to add. I think all in all, it looks really, really beautiful. I'm really happy. But, we need these next few days, no question. I hope you can see that. But I hope you're also excited. So let's go to the suggestions you guys made, because that's kind of the prompt I gave. I said I wanted to pick my 10 favorite suggestions or ideas that viewers had, and from there, I would pick, those would be the finalists. I'd pick 10. There were a lot more than 10 excellent ones. We'd pick 10, and then from those, we would draw the winners. So I thought we could just read through them together. I could give my thoughts on why I picked them, why I thought they were special. I will say a lot of people gave, guys, oh my God. A lot of people gave the suggestion of, I would love recommended stats, recommended artifact, recommended gear. I so explicitly said in the video that was top of my list for version 2 and not to suggest it. And I think half the suggestions were that. I don't know if you're trolling me or you guys just skip around and don't watch the whole video, but I got a big laugh out of that. I did. So kicking off with Father Crow, he was the most upvoted one, and probably this is my favorite because I hadn't thought of this. I don't know if this is a V2 kind of thing, but certainly something on my list, no question. I think a great idea would be to have an acceptable replacement section for each hero based on the content you're looking for. So you're looking at Nyx for Gear 3, then it could say Maul and Razak, right? I don't know if we'll go to the level of detail of every single hero that's used in every single piece of content they're relevant in having a replacement, but key heroes, right? Silas, all right, replace him with Calypso or Sargok or Liam, right, for Gear 8-3. That's a cool thing to have. I can think of a lot of examples. Dolores, early game, you can totally replace her with Nunea. It's not the same, but you could do it. Or certainly Autumn, right? It's not the same thing, inspiration and attack boost versus crit damage and the little crit rate, but it is, before I didn't get Dolores until after day 50 or 60, so I was very much leaning hard on Autumn for not just the normal Autumn uses, also just everything, the way you use Dolores. So I can think of a lot of things come to my mind of swaps, I really, really do like that. So this was a great suggestion. Now to the Altore squad. I have that all here just so I can search it. Love you bringing the website live. Thank you. Would love to see your gear cleanses for beginning, middle, and late game. So this is actually something we've already planned, but I hadn't announced, so I didn't want to give it a demerit. This is something that Eridan, if you guys don't know, when we do gear cleanses, like my paid service, Eridan helps me directly. He's a brilliant guy when it comes to cleansing. He learned a lot from me, and now I think he's surpassed me. I let him do my gear cleanses as often as I can. I try to do some kind of bartering. I'll do a takeover. He does a gear cleanse because he's just amazing at it. And together we've been working on like a cheat sheet. So it'd be like, you can think of it as like a static form, a static image that would be like the flow you can go through to take you through a gear cleanse. So you don't need to hire us, or if you're struggling and you just need a little extra bit of information, we'll have that hosted on the website. It'll be like a kind of like a one-page guide. You can think of like a nice, pretty PDF with everything you need to know, all the quick hits on flowing through your gear cleanse and how to do it, what we find in the most effective way. So great suggestion from the Altaurus squad. On to the next one, we've got Dark Messiah. You guys got some crazy names. Can't wait for the website. Thank you. Being a new player, I'd love to see recommended gear sets and stats to focus on for every new hero early to late game. So this is what I thought was cool. I hadn't thought of doing it a total early game adjustment. Certainly, and I hope you guys know this, I wasn't going to say Idril, Infernal Roar, or Soulbound Arcana. I wasn't going to, because then it'd be that for basically nearly any DPS. It'd be some variation of Soulbound Arcana, Infernal Roar, Ageless Wrath. Of course, we are going to include something like Insight Set or Wisdom, Night Terror, things like this when relevant. But because I probably didn't explicitly make that obvious, I thought it was worth mentioning that we will, go for early and mid-game sets. You guys see I feature those in my videos all the time. We're not just using the late-game premium sets. So no question we'll do that. I thought this was the first one I saw that specifically mentioned, but also early-game stuff. A lot of people did say it. This was the first one, so that makes the list for me. Now we've got Sean. Let's see it. Sean Renshaw says, biggest help would be a skill gear matchup, like what gear bonuses match with hero-specific skills. I don't know if this is what he meant. I think maybe yes, maybe no. But I have been thinking for a while to have a, best candidates for Soulbound Arcana, and then certainly best candidates for Infernal Roar, because Infernal Roar is really, you want heroes that you build with a lot of attack speed, so you can take a lot of advantage of it, because Infernal Roar is tied to the basic attack, and heroes who their ultimate is not a separate burst move or something like that, like Virna, right? You want someone who, it's just a souped-up version of their basic attack, so it will still be benefiting from Infernal Roar. So think like Setram, amazing candidate for Infernal Roar, Virna or Razak, not so much, right? There's more nuance between just like single big burst and then or like Comet, not a very good Infernal Roar character. Even though it can work on him, it's not nearly as potent as something else like Soulbound Archon or Ageless Wrath would be for late game stuff. So I do like that idea of having, you know, the big lists from maybe the 3 big DPS sets. I guess we have the new one now that we get from Gear Aid 4 Gear Dungeon. But I like for at least Soulbound Arcana, Infernal Roar, Ageless Wrath, I like, you know, what type of heroes, and maybe we'd have a complete list, but this is a nice idea, and that certainly reminded me that this is a cool thing. Going now to Vance Knight. Also, congratulations. These are our finalists. We have 10 of them, so 6 more to go. Vance Knight. It would be nice to see some scroll windows with news from you on top priority content and priority upcoming save moments. So it's not something we'd always could have, but I do like that on the homepage we could have something like sticky that would, you know, amount to, yeah, we got to work on these. We got to get these frickin' PNGs to be WebPs. I don't know if I was saying PSDs before. If I was, I'll have to check when I was editing. But I have too much time in Photoshop. WebP. It's much, much lighter. It's like a 1/10 of the size, so it should really change everything else. But you can see we have so many images. You don't think about how many images you have hosted on these things. But yeah, having like a little ticker. I don't know if it'd be at the bottom. I think we probably would hope it. Maybe even on the top. I don't know. But being like, if we know about a new limited hero coming, a new exclusive hero that you should be saving for. So think Lust or Reeve. As soon as we know, that could be something pinned. Or when there's a fusion, you know, we could pin like the calculator calendar thing that Maku, Dolores and I make. I think that'd be great. So I thought this was a really cool idea. I don't love the idea. I know Hell Hades on his site, a lot of people keep saying, Hell Hades site is this, Hell Hades site is this. Hell Hades site is awesome. Baby steps, guys. This isn't Raid. I'm not Hell Hades. We're doing our best here. But Hell Hades' site has so much information, so much written information and news information. It's not really something I envision. I don't love I love what he did, but for me, I'm not so into written guides. It's not something I like to make. I like making, you know, images, and I like making videos. That's kind of my medium. I also think you can get news in a lot of other places. I do like the idea of really important news, though. So this kind of opened my eyes to it. So thank you, Vance. I think that's a really cool idea with big things coming. Anything we know. Who knows? I think I've improved my relationship a ton with Watcher of Realms lately. I'll say it now. I directly have spoken with them, and I know that my video from yesterday and all your guys' comments, so you can go back to my video yesterday and submit more comments. I know that it's been sent to the devs, and they're going to read through all the comments, because I said it in a very nice way. I was like, hey guys, I made a video, you know, I tried not to be too negative, I tried to stay calm, but this is the community reaction. I think you should know a thing or two about that. So definitely, like, keep making noise in that comment section. That's a pretty cool thing. So I hope as we get this relationship better and better and better, who knows, maybe I could become privy, or me and some other content creators would become privy to knowing exactly when things are coming, and we could announce it in a nice, formal, fun way to help everyone else. All right, halfway done. Let's go to Clisson. Clisson says, can't wait for the website. War really needs it. Okay, cool. Thank you. Something that would be cool is a stat breakdown for different stages. So this is cool. A lot of people said something along this lines. I thought Clisson said it the clearest. So we are working on a damage calculator. Obviously, it will have something where you can select the stage, and we do know the stats of the mobs, or at least we knew what they were as of April, or I guess, no, end of March. It's April 9th now. I don't know what I'm talking about. As of like the end of March update, we've known it was around the time of the Crota fusion starting. At least we know the most updated values. Because we know the enemy's defenses and magic resistances, we can make pretty pure calculations once we have the damage calculator, where you can set the stage. This is our big goal. This might take a long time, but you set the stage, and then, you know, you can work off those thresholds to find exactly what the damage will be. From there, we can figure out optimal thresholds to exceed in terms of attack, and from there, crit damage and attack speed, something like that, where the trade-offs are. It won't be perfection, but I think knowing exactly what the attack breakpoints are and what they will be really powerful for a lot of players. So that's maybe something we'll do, not for every stage, but like key stages. We could have like another quick hits kind of visual guide that will be like all the gear aids 18, you know, maybe artifact and aid 13 and 18, and then all the gear aids 19, 20, 21, something like this. Maybe there's another big threshold at 13 where people get bottlenecked, I think, on 2 and 3, and at 10 on gear aid 1. I think that could be a really cool thing. Again, doesn't feel like a V2 thing, but a V3 thing. I like it a lot. And a lot of people said things along these lines, but I liked the idea of that kind of early mid-game focus, because I think that's a lot of the users of the website will also be in, you know, new players will need a website, right? So I think that's really sweet. If we go now to Dark Beach, cool name, need more generalized content strategy, non-hero specific. It's insane. The influence Hell Hades has had over all of us, I guess. It's crazy. Way back in the day, put out Clan Boss strategy guides. So the reason I highlight this one is because this is my favorite Hell Hades video ever. Basically, Clan Boss and Raid was simpler, right? It is. I mean, people that think Guild Boss is better in Watcher Realms, in my opinion. It's not even close. Clan Boss was simpler, but it was cool because you kind of had your 5 guys that you're bringing in, and they had their little roles. And there you go. Hell Hades did such a good job of being like, this guy is the defense down guy. You know, this guy is the buffer guy. This guy is the DPS guy who also has this and this. And he had all the little roles you needed to fill and how you could get as many of those hats on the 5 different champions that you could bring in the game. I really like this. This is something I definitely would be interested in breaking down for our guild boss, and I think I have a lot of ideas of what could be. Probably would be a video and a page that links to it. I think we'll get to one of those later on in another comment. Maybe we could have some kind of written component, but yeah, basically figuring out how you juggle your DPS and your rage regen, and then alternate more beginner strats and mid-game strats. I thought this was a lot of fun. Yeah, the ranking of the best in slot thing, it's not as cut and dry as with other games. It's a lot more flexible and fluid because we have more slots and there are different strategies. And there's such a clearly defined meta that everyone honestly should be doing. The second you get Laurel or Hollow or something like this, or Elowen or Leia, Rage Regen is really king here. But definitely there's something there, and I like it. So good one, Dark Beach. On to TJ. So if we go to TJ, where is he? Here we go. I'd love the contribute to. Okay, cool. So he's saying he wants to contribute to a beginner's guide. This is me opening up to the floor. Again, I do not like written kind of guides. I don't consume them. I don't make them. If people have ideas for what they would like to see for like an ultimate beginner's guide, you let me know. That being said, so many people do this for any game. Like if we do gotcha ultimate beginner's guide, it's just... to me, it's, you know, everyone does it. Let's see. Yeah, Mega. Okay, I'm not getting the immediate hits I was hoping for, but if we just do it, I mean, I was being too broad. Watcher Realms, Beginner's Guide. I get why they do it, but to me, I don't know if there's so much interesting. I thought for a while of making a progression path guide. That would be really fun to me, but here's the man himself. You see, everyone does it. Fast, beginner progression, blah, blah, blah. Gets a ton of views. It's really cool. To me, it's never been the kind of thing that was so interesting to me because I like to get into the nitty-gritty. There's so much nuance with these things. I don't like using these broad strokes. But I mean, hey, the videos do super well. The guys are awesome. Totally. I don't know if we need more in this space. If you guys have some specific ideas of how you would want a video or written content for this and something really, really clear, you let me know. There I am, but this is my series. You see, I did it over 100 episodes. Granted, not a beginner's guide, but you know what I'm saying. I work a little bit differently, but... You guys let me know about that one because it's something I've been pretty resistant to. Obviously, people have suggested it forever. But yeah, you let me know. I'm moving along. We're getting a little deep into the video here. I didn't say this was going to be a short one because I knew it wouldn't. If we go to Ricard Bishop. Did I find him? What's this? No, is this just a typo? Was it Richard Bishop? Yeah, I had a typo on my end. So if you're one of the winners, Ricard Richard, I'm sorry that I spelled your name wrong. You said for Phase 2, a simple intro that highlights the Awaken levels. This is cool. So a huge suggestion forever, another Hell Hades thing, is I think he ranks what people like the book value, which is their equivalent of skill crystals. That's what they do in Raid. But in this game, we have skill crystals. It's like how important it is for that hero to be skilled up. And I think that's really cool. It's different than in Raid where you can get away with a lot of heroes not being skilled up. A lot of heroes in this game need at least 2 of their skills max skilled if you want to take full advantage. But I do already have it on my agenda, either V2 or V3, that we're going to have some skill priority things sorted for every single hero. I really like that. And I also kind of had the idea for some way of involving Awakenings. I don't know if exactly this is what he was saying, but I do like just ranking the A1, the A3, and the A5. If you guys don't know, A2 and A4 are always going to be some kind of stat, so adding either like Rage Regen attack, Rage Regen auto, flat attack, flat HP, percent attack, stuff like this, right? I think sometimes it's attack speed, like Idril's A4 is plus 25 attack speed. Stuff like that is cool. But I think really just focusing on how important that A1, A3, A5 is in the general scheme, but also for that specific hero. Really fun, right? You can think of heroes that are completely transformed. Like, you need Awakenings in Calypso to use her. And she becomes pretty dang incredible at A5. But even the A1 and the A3, important, right? Elowen, you don't need a single Awakening. So never put a Soulstone. Not that you'd put a Soulstone into Calypso either, but just knowing how excited you should be to pull dupes and stuff. I think that's pretty cool from Richard. So I don't know if that's exactly what you meant, but that's how I took it, and I like it. All right, next one was from my girlfriend, Soup. And she said, I actually didn't even know she ever submitted this. I just liked it until I was going through all the comments just now. I would like to see a buy me a coffee button so you won't have to pay for website maintenance. I'm just using this as a vehicle. I honestly didn't post this, but I am going to leverage it. Or I didn't tell her to post this or something. Yeah, we're going to have to do another fundraiser. There's no question. Obviously, I want to wait until we've launched this website, this V1, and you guys are happy and we've addressed any key things, but we're going to have to do more fundraising. We lost half our funding. We lost $5,000 US. So we paid $5,250 to the web developer for this site. And then I don't know how many thousands of hours of free labor we all contributed, because you see there's no ads. There aren't going to be any ads, right? Nothing like that. There's no premium option. None of that's coming anytime soon, if at all. So it's very much been a labor of love. We thought we had a $10,000 budget. We thought, all right, we'll spend about half, $5,250, and then we lost $5,000 of funding because our biggest donor, it didn't happen. No harm, no foul, but we have to reevaluate now because we don't have budget. It's all been coming out of my pocket. So we will have to do some kind of fundraiser. So I did want to mention that, but obviously not anytime soon. We need to focus right now on V1 and making sure everyone is happy and impressed with V1. Finally, we've got Andrew and then the drawing. So we go over here to Andrew McAtee. You can say, suggestion at the 229 mark, have a second color. I loved this one because it's directly in reference to what I was showing. So let me actually mute this. I'll have to do it immediately. Sorry, guys, anything you hear here. Let's go there. Okay, so I'm talking about, if you guys don't know, we've got a very cool feature on the website. If we go, let's just go to the here list and pick someone. Let's wait for this frickin' thing to load. I gotta get my web Ps. Let's go to Admiral Claw. Why not? I think me and Dolores worked so hard on those new images and the cards. I really hope you guys like it. It took so many hours of work to get it all scaled right and cropped right and looking beautiful. But you can see we have this comparison now. It shows where they rank in their class. And then what the max in that class is. So here for HP, you can see it's 17.5K, and the max is going to be Abomination at 3.5. For this one, overall will stay the same because Abomination is the max HP hero in the whole game. But you can see with attack, for example, or attack's going to be the same thing. With defense, you can see, so the max of any fighter of this class is 3538, and you can see this is where he ranks, 2940. It gives you a good sense, right? Then you go overall, it's 2940 out of 4205. I think this is gone. I'm pretty sure that's gone. But you can see it's from a different class, so the overall changes. However, this is all at a 0, and no one has 0 health or 0 attack, so I think that's rough. I think we should have a low value for overall, the lowest in the game, and then the lowest for the class. I think that'd be pretty nice to have, just to give you a general sense. I don't think we'll do anything with the rarity, because I think it's still nice to have that kind of sense of scale. Like, legendaries are just so much better in this game because their base stats are so much higher. But if the lowest fighter health, I don't know what it would be, let's say it's 9,000, I think it'd be nice to peg that right around here. So he's just saying, you were showing it with your mouse, why don't you show it there? So we'll have to look into the graphics. I'll have to discuss. I don't know how hard that is going to be for us, but it's certainly something we can add, and I think it'd be pretty cool. Just set like a class minimum and an overall minimum for each grade. I would like it a lot, because right now with it out of 0, I do think it comes off kind of distorted. So I think this is a great final suggestion for me to touch upon. All right, let's pick 2 winners. If you guys don't know what we're doing here, I'm giving away 3 hours of takeovers split over two users, 2 viewers, 2 players, and these were our 10. Obviously, Soup, my girlfriend, did not make the list. That was just a fun comment I wanted to point out. These are the guys. Let's spin to win. Let us go and let us see. And look at that, the last one we went over, Andrew. Andrew is winner number 1. So guys, if you are one of these winners, please message me on Discord and respond in the comments so I know they're both you. But Andrew, you're our first winner. Let's remove his name. We got 9 left, so everyone's got a 1 in 9 chance. Let's see who winner number 2 shall be. TJ. All right, so 2 of the last ones. Were those the very 2 last ones we did? No, TJ was third to last. All right, but sorry for the people at the beginning of the list, but that's how it shook out. So it's TJ and Andrew, guys. So TJ and Andrew, please respond in the comments and DM me on Discord at Fastidious1. Yeah, guys, thank you so much. I know this is a long video, but I wanted to give you some proper website behind the scenes, show you how beautiful it was, also show you some of the problems, we've been encountering. Look at that, Abomination, because the word's so long, he's microscopic. So this is something we're going to solve in the next 36 hours. It's very much on our radar. We've got a big list of bugs we're already working through, and I'm sure the beta testers will give us an even bigger list. Thank you so much. I've been Fastidious. If you like my stuff, then how about you like it, comment, And also check out yesterday's video and get in the comments still. We know now all the Moonton devs, or at least some of them, are going to be reading through those comments because they're curious about our input. They actually care, or so they say. I think they do. So get in those comments if there's anything else you want to share. Try to keep it civil. Do your darndest. Share with your mother. I'll see you real soon.
Fastidious.